This is episode 1 of I don't know. To me, this isn't a podcast. It's just me talking, and people will either listen or they won't listen. I don't give a fuck. I definitely want to provide you with something, though. I want you to take something from this. This isn't really, me doing it for money or whatever the case may be. Although that would be nice. I do need some temporary money until my plan is executed. Who am I? My name is Raymond Mindwiser Jr. I'm 22 years old, born June 14th, 1999. Born in Long Island, New York, United States of America. I played soccer for 17 years of my life, from age 3 to 20, and then took a break. I didn't take a break. I quit because I just lost the passion for it. I really just didn't want to play anymore. I didn't care for it. So I was kind of just, didn't know really what to do. And my dad said he knew an old friend who, used to be in the fight game and could train with me and stuff like that. So I said, fuck it, let's do it. So I started just hitting pads with him at first, but for mixed martial arts. And pretty much just went all in. From after that first training session, I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to go to the UFC. I'm going to become UFC champion. I don't want to just become champion. I want to do something that's never been done before. So I want to become 3-time weight champion, featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. And, I'm going to cross over into boxing. I'm going to beat the best boxer in the world at the time, because no one's really done it. No UFC fighter is going over into boxing and beat, the best boxer at the time, to the likes of a McGregor versus Mayweather, or I don't know if there's other examples, but yeah, no one's done that. So I'm going to do that. I was definitely at a gym where I could make it happen. I had that gym has a current UFC world champion. They've had 2 previous UFC world champions, and UFC fighters, UFC contenders, all those kinds of things, other organizations as well. So I definitely was able to, if it could be done, I could do it there, right? I mean, I believe I could do it anywhere, but everything was there for me. So I just got a tough break in the first year of training. In 6 months, I had 3 concussions, and the last 2 were in a 2-week span. So basically, the first concussion was October 2021, and then the second concussion was like, I want to say May, around there, and then the third concussion May as well, within a 2-week span. And that shit just really fucked me up. I mean, I'm still recovering to this day, 400 days later, since the first concussion. 400 plus days, and car headlight. It's really hard for me to drive sometimes because the car headlights are just fucking bothering the fuck out of me. Sounds are just bothering the fuck out of me. Any kind of light is bothering the fuck out of me. Extreme fatigue. I mean, just an overall just down feeling, and I'm just fighting a lot with it. But I am fighting, granted, but I'm just saying that's what's going on. A month ago or a month and a half ago, I was in a boot for well, let me go back. So that happened with the concussions, and I wasn't able to work because my work was driving, and driving was just about the hardest thing for me to do. Again, I still kind of struggle with all these things, but it's definitely getting better, and I'm definitely just fucking willpowering through it. Giving it my absolute all every single day, crawling into my bed at night, doing what I need to do to make it happen. So yeah, I had to live off a credit card, max that out. Filed for disability because I wasn't able to work for pretty much a whole year. And, but, I'm going to cancel that because it just doesn't sit right with me taking a handout. It just doesn't sit right with me. I think that I can make this out, I can make my way out of this by myself. I don't need any handouts from the government or, help from anybody else, unless I'm helping them too, so yeah, I'm pretty set on that. I'm gonna cancel that. So I just started, to me, fighting was over because, I didn't even get knocked out. I didn't even get hit hard. It wasn't, nothing crazy happened, but it was just like, I guess you could say freak incidents or freak accidents. The sparring wasn't unhealthy. It's a really good gym. It's ran real good. I would say the name, but I just don't know if they want me to, based off of this story. But it had nothing to, it was no one's fault. It had nothing to do with anybody. Sometimes things just happen, and I believe everything happens for a reason, which I'll touch on later. So fighting was just over for me. How could it not be, not even getting knocked out, not even getting hit hard, and I'm recovering for over 400 days. Just really let that shit sink in. Like 400 plus days, like every single day, you're feeling like shit, and you're trying to do more. And when you do more, you feel like more shit. But you just have this mindset that you're just a psychopath and you just push through the shit. So you do it, and then you feel like even more shit. And then you got other shit going on in your life. Shit. Fuck you if you don't like that I'm cursing. If you don't like that I'm fucking cursing, fucking click off. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'm not doing this podcast for anybody. If my family and friends and so-called family and friends, if they have a problem with anything I say, go fuck yourself. Start your own podcast. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. Comment whatever the fuck you want to comment. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about anybody that doesn't care about me. And you could say you care about me, but good old phrase, actions speak louder than words, right? So I don't give a fuck what you say. That felt good. Yeah, so I was feeling a little bit better, like maybe like day 350. And so I started playing soccer again, just like pick up soccer, just because, I don't know, just why not? And weirdly enough, I could play soccer. Weirdly enough. Don't get me wrong, like my head would be tingling and I had to battle through a lot of things while playing, but I guess I just love it so much that I was able to battle through it, And not that I didn't love fighting, but it was more like I was just fucking obsessed. I was training 3 times a day, 7 days a week, consistently, months and months and months on end. Even while recovering from concussions, I was training pretty much once a day. It was like hell to drive to the gym, let alone train and then drive back. There was sometimes I almost passed out while driving. I was really just fucking giving it my absolute all. And I'm a tough motherfucker, so I don't show shit on the exterior. So, my mom will be talking to me about a conversation, and little does she know I'm dying inside because she's talking, like it could be anybody talking, but just because I'm hearing something, like that's how bad it was. Like for real, I couldn't hear shit. I didn't have energy to do shit. But yet each day I woke up and gave it my fucking all, and I'm proud of that shit. I'm definitely proud of that shit. I'm gonna curse a lot because I'm fucking angry. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bad anger. It's good anger. It's controlled, aimed rage. It's fire. It's fury. It's purpose. It's drive. It's passion. It's ambition. I'm fucking focused. Like whatever. If I look angry, fuck you. Go look happy. Go shed your fucking happiness ever. I'm happy too. I smile at people. I have fun with people. I make people laugh when I go to physical therapy, rehabbing my ankle right now. I make people laugh. You know, I can read the room and be fun and shit, but my true self, oh, I'm fucking angry as fuck. I want a better life. Not that this life isn't good. Not that I'm not thankful for this life, but I know I can do more, and I want to do more. So I'm fucking angry about it. I'm focused. I'm driven. You know, there's a rage and a fire and a fury inside of me. You know, and so that's why, you know, I talk like this, and that's why I'm in this mindset right now. You know, I made a first podcast and I was talking all sweet and shit and all nice because I cared about what people thought about me and family and friends and shit like that. And I just had a realization moment. I'm like, this hasn't been me. These past this is not, that wasn't me being all nice and shit and all this kind of shit. I'm conforming to the ways of the world again, trying to get me to fit in and be a nice person and all these kinds of things. Get my fucking house and my white picket fence and my dogs and my kids and live a happy old dandy life. You know, the same way that I preach being the best version of yourself to people, the same way that you don't like that, don't fucking preach that average mediocrity lifestyle to me. Because that's what it is to me. And I know, I understand these third world countries would fucking kill for that shit. Good for them, not me. Not me. I wouldn't kill for that shit. I'd be depressed if I had that shit. And sure, I want a family. Sure, I want some kids. 100%. But after I do my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna. I see all these highly successful people that I look up to. I was just watching a video of Eminem. He was like, "This is a 24/7 fucking job. I didn't know what I was getting into." You know, and a reporter brought up Haley, his daughter, and he was like, "Well, yeah, in your free time you play with Haley." He was like, "Not really. It's more like I'm writing and she's like running around." So you have to understand, like, I'm not going to do that shit. That's selfish of me to do that shit to her, to my wife, to my family, to my friends, all these kinds of things. This is me saying, no, I understand how much of a 24/7 obsession it is. I'm not going to bring anybody else into this shit. You know, so it's best you just not have me in your life at all. For you. Because regardless, I'm going to get my shit. I'm going to do my shit. Regardless, I'm not letting anybody hold me down. Nobody. Not my mom, not my dad, sister, her boyfriend, family, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, girlfriend. I'm not letting anybody hold me back or hold me down. Fucking drop everybody if I have to, besides my mom. And I would never drop. Like, it's not like I'll always be there. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not letting anybody hold me back. I didn't mean drop. I honestly didn't mean that. But I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes to a point where it just seems like it's wasting my time because you're not actually wanting to change your shit or fix your shit or improve your shit, oh, bye. You know, like, bye. You know, so I think this is me coming to a realization about what I really want to fucking do in this life. And you know what? I think I'm being fucking smart about it. I'm saying I'm not going to be selfish and get and have a girlfriend and with aims of a kid and a house and all these kinds of things because that's what society teaches us that we should do or some shit. Like, no, I just spent 400 plus days in isolation within myself. I know myself in comparison to other people pretty damn well. I know what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? And that includes a huge ass family. I want 8 kids. But I have a plan to do this shit, you know? And I got to talk to some people individually in my life. I'm starting to realize because in fairness to them, you know, to let them know. What is this podcast going to be about? Whatever the fuck I want, you know, and you can listen if you want, you cannot listen if you want, and that's fucking that. You know, sorry, I just had that thought come to my head, so I just had to answer it. You know, whatever the fuck I want. Maybe some of you guys can relate to me, maybe some of you guys, you know, think will laugh at times and get inspired and all these kinds of things. That's good. Maybe some of you guys will hate and feel negative and feel attacked and all that stuff. Okay, clean your pussy. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But I'm also understanding. I could be understanding. But at the same time, clean your pussy. But I can also be understanding. You know, there's a lot of shit that's going on. People are going through shit. There's a lot of problems. I just know for myself, I can speak for myself. I wake up every day and I fucking fight back. You know, in the midst of fucking chaos, I fight back and I stay I fight back. I'm calm, I'm focused, I'm controlled. You know, but as you can see, driven, angry, furious, but controlled. You know, I've never swung first on anybody. My third concussion was a street fight. The first 2 concussions were from sparring. The third concussion was a street fight. He hit me in my fucking jaw so harder than I ever been hit in sparring, 10 times harder than I ever been hit in sparring. And mind you, that was my third concussion, so you can imagine how. And that one really didn't fuck me up that much, which is kind of funny. Well, no, maybe that's not true. But I didn't even swing at him. You know why? His kid was in his car. What do? Knock him out? Babysit his kid? I don't know. I'll tell you what. I feel like my mind's changing a little bit. I might have just fucking knocked him the fuck out now. I don't know. I would hope not, though. I probably wouldn't, because at the end of the day, I always am in control. I could be screaming at the top of my lungs, and I'm still in control. I'm still thinking other shit, you know. This is a good message. So, for anybody out there who really is trying to accomplish something, however high on the greatness scale it may be, which is subjective, you're going to have to fight everybody. Your family, the ones who are closest to you, the one that you sleep in your bed with. The enemy will attack you through everybody in your life. And that's something I've come to terms with. That's something I've realized these past couple months. You know, it doesn't mean my father doesn't love me, doesn't mean my mother doesn't love me, doesn't mean my sister doesn't love me, and so on and so on. You get the point? Doesn't mean that they're not human, though, and the enemy can infiltrate their mind and fuck with me through them. So, you know, and I said, I think a year back, I was just talking to my mom about whatever, we're just bullshitting. I said, of course I can't 100% trust you. And she was like really hurt by it. Of course I can't. When you're drunk one night and you're talking stupid shit to me, how the fuck can I trust you? If I trusted you, then I'd let those words sink into my head. So I was just saying, I was making a point. You can't 100% trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? And she's not a drunk. I'm just saying, when you drink a lot and you're anybody, when you drink a lot and you say some things you normally wouldn't say, right? The fucking demon bug got in you. Of course I can't 100% trust you. Look what you just tried to puncture me. You just tried to, pierce my armor. Was it you or was it the enemy? It was the enemy, but you chose to listen to that voice and say those things. So it was you at the end of the day. But you understand what I'm saying? Love, yes, 100%. You love the ones around you, but you also keep one eye open at all times, but both eyes open at all times. I don't want to fucking fall into that third eye bullshit. It doesn't exist. It's false. Shut the fuck up. Stop making YouTube videos about it. Do something with your fucking life. Both eyes open. Your 4 eyes open. Okay? On everybody. And every single person in this world, 4 eyes open. Because this is fucking war. And you know what? Maybe this is just me. Also, I don't think so, though. I hear Goggins, he sounds like this. I hear Jordan, he sounds like this. Kobe sounds like this. McGregor, aka, talks like this. All these greats talk like this. So maybe it is just a great thing. I don't know. But something tells me it's just a truth thing. Because I meet so-called, in the eyes of society, average, workers or people sometimes, and they have some good-ass messages too. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that's a good start. So, yeah, I'm just talking, and I'll start to organize and get a focus on this as I go. But this is just a start. This is just to let everyone know in my life that knows me that if it comes down to it, I'll fucking run over you. But I'll run over you so eventually I can help. And that's my fucking mindset. And unfortunately, that's how it has to be. Like, that's not how I always was. That I spent 22 years of my life trying to not be that way. Trying to be light. You know, but sometimes you need to use that fucking darkness to fight the darkness. Sometimes. You know, you gotta learn to control it. You can't be out of control with it. So, yeah. That's a good start. Again, fuck you to all of you who you know don't like what I say. It's not even fuck you. I'm not even gonna give you energy. It's just it's indifference. You know, it doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't know. I want to reassure it. I guess I want to actually say it to you guys. I don't care if you're my family. I don't care. I don't care what the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight whoever and whatever to get where I want to be. And that's fucking that. So it's March 1st, 2022, 12:19 p.m. right now as I'm recording this. Probably uploaded, you know, a little bit later. Fucking, you know, get after it today. Do some shit. Or you know what? Don't. I'm not even going to tell you what to do. This is just going to be me talking about me. Have a good day.